because I've been touching it a lot. All right, I'm going to do a little more Brusho experimentation today, and the fact that you're actually seeing this means something went well. I am going to be working with Nito printable vinyl label paper. I have two different kinds. They look very, very similar. The packaging is similar. They're both glossy, waterproof vinyl. They both work on inkjet and laser printers. The only difference really is that one is white. This has a white backing on it, so you won't see the cup underneath. This is clear. It has a clear backing on it, so you need to use it on a light or white colored background. This is more like a water slide in terms of the fact that you can see the cup through the graphic. I did want to show you the actual difference. Hopefully you can see this. This is the white backing. This is the clear backing. I want to do two where I spray the water on first and then tap on a few crystals. Now I started with blue before and that just takes over, so let's start differently. We'll start with purple. Let's do the cool colors over here and the warm colors over here. So that was blue I just put on. This is the green. See, now I'm tempted to spritz more water here because nothing's happening. Just a little bit. There we go. That's pretty. All right. This is the warm colors over here. So we have our yellow. Oh, look, we got some blue over here. That's okay. I'm not gonna fight it. This is yellow. Orange. And red. That came out more than I expected it to. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, I put those away to dry. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing, water first, except this time I'm going to do it on two pieces of the clear. This is the printable vinyl again from Nito. Okay, here we go, spray in the water. Start with purple. Green. And blue. This is a lot faster. Be careful. Okay, and over here we will go yellow, orange, crimson, cool. These look so pretty. All right, I'm gonna let these dry now. We're back. Okay, for you it's been a split second. For me it's been, I think, months now. I kind of abandoned this after I had done this part that you just saw, and I haven't edited yet, so I don't remember most of it, except we did cools and warms of the Brusho crystals on two different kinds of printable vinyl. This is the white-backed printable vinyl, and this is the clear printable vinyl. And of these four, I've opted to go with the clear. I think this is just stunning. And I want this on a cup. So I am going to use a 30 thick sublimation tumbler because I don't have to deal with going out in the crappy weather to try and spray paint it. I don't have to paint it with a brush. I don't have to do anything to it pretty much. It's ready to go. I will wipe it down with a little bit of alcohol because I've been touching it a lot, getting ready for this. I have a saying that I want to run around the middle of the cup. So I had to do some math. It was hard. I admit it. My poor late mathematician father would be devastated, but it gets harder for me every year. This is about, it's more than 8.5 long, complete top to complete bottom, but I don't want to deal with any of the little curved bits at the end. So of the usable portion, I'm going to go with 8.25. The saying I want to put around the middle is 1.5 inches tall at the tallest point, which means that I have a top portion of about 3.4 inches and a bottom portion of about 3.4 inches. So that's what I'm going to be cutting these down to try and get the parts I like the most that we can then wrap around the cup. I am terrible at judging this. Oh, it's a lot closer. It really doesn't look great. Wow, pretty darn close. All right. Not perfect, but darn close. I'll take it. Once again, pretty close. It's all good. So now I need to seal this. I'm going to use the Kamar or Kamar, however that's pronounced, watercolor sealer from Krylon that will not reactivate all the Brusho crystals when I spray it on. We'll seal them without bringing them to life again, and then I will go to resin. So I want these puppies sealed under resin before I do anything else. Okay, we're back. Here's what it looks like under resin. Pretty happy with this. I will say, just as a warning, that this Kamar or Kamar varnish from Krylon, while it absolutely does not reactivate the crystals, so it's a perfect varnish for this type of situation, it stinks to high heaven because it smells like gasoline. It's a petroleum product, which is why it doesn't reactivate a watercolor crystal. And as a result of it being a petroleum product, there are a ton of fish eyes. And I knew this was going to happen because I've done this before with these Brusho cups. So I'm not surprised by it. I'm not bothered by it. I'm just letting you know, if you use this particular varnish, you may find when you put resin on it that you're going to get fish eyes. And the answer to that is to put another layer of resin on it. I'm not going to in this case because, interestingly enough, the middle part where we're going to put this water slide isn't really affected. There's one here. I may be able to work around that. Most of the fish eyes are at the bottom, at the top, and on the very bottom of the cup. Here's what we're doing. I wanted to use this saying for a while: in a world full of alcohol ink, be a Brusho crystal, because I think it works for me. We'll just say that. I want the words Brusho crystal to be the main focus, and then the rest of the phrase is just it's gonna be a full cup wrap, basically. So that's what we're gonna do. I may end up cutting some of this in bits and piecing it around to get the spacing just right. Trim everything down a little. Okay. All right. That's good. Getting these to not move is a real trick. When you want them to move, they don't want to. When you want them to hold still, they don't want to. However, I don't think vinyl would be any easier on this cup, honestly, given that I have different kinds of trouble with vinyl. In a world full of alcohol ink, be a Brusho crystal. I'm losing my affection for water slides. Okay, I think I actually like this placement. I'm not going to touch that asterisk. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop futzing. I know, famous last words of mine. I'll come back after the camera's off and I'll futz some more, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop now. The question is, once this dries, do I put pinstriping? I think I do. I just have to figure out which one. All right, we are back. This has dried. I am going to put rainbow vinyl, I think. I have 4 strips here in this vinyl that I cut at 0.15 inches wide by, I think, 11.25 inches long. So they're definitely long enough. And I have 4 of them, so if I don't screw up, I'll have 1 for up here, 2 for here, and 1 for down here. And if I do screw up, I can go cut more. Thank goodness. But these were already cut, so I figured I'd start with what I have. And yeah, here we go. That's what she said. All right, here's one. I like it. I wasn't sure I would. I thought it might somehow detract from the Brusho beauty, but I think it actually accents it. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Normally I would put UV resin where the vinyl is and stick it out in the sun. And we do have a lot of sun today, but there's a lot of snow out there too, and I don't feel like dealing with it. So I am thinking that I'm going to put this on my turner and use Quick Coat from CC DIY, the urethane sealer. And I will put a layer of that on the whole cup because I've still got fisheye issues. Put on the sealer, let it dry. I'll put on the final coat of resin. I am going to add Marabou's Rainbow Alcohol Ink to the final coat of resin because I want to add sparkle. Let's get this set up and put our sealer on. Gonna let that spin and set up for probably an hour, and then we'll be back and I'll put the resin on.